Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new Let's Try for Regions of Ruin. This game hits early access tomorrow, October 5th, so by the time you guys see this video, it will be released in early access. I put in 4 or 5 hours, something like that, into the game already. So kind of a cool game so far. I will start a new game to show you guys with the tutorial and everything, and then hop into the game that I've been playing. Just real quick to show you the options. They're pretty simple so far. You have your difficulty settings, which you can't actually... Okay, you can... But when you start a new game, it asks you that. And you can tell it if you want to see damage being dealt and all this good stuff. And my gosh, the volume controls. I set that previously, but apparently it put it back where it started. And key bindings. Actually, I'm gonna cancel that because it should be already set. That's really weird. But I changed the key bindings because they were really weird. But yeah, see, it's back to the defaults. So where it's like, are you not remembering what it is, or are you just not remembering because I'm not in my loaded game? Because yeah, skill tree I changed to K because it just makes more sense, and using left and right arrows and stuff, it's like, what? So actually I should probably change this shit again. I'm not going to attack with left arrow. I want left click. I want shield to be right click. Power attack. And throw, which I've never actually used. Interact is good. Dash, definitely not spacebar. Actually, I should make jump spacebar because W is just really weird for that. So let's hop into a new game. We'll use the normal difficulty and desktop controls. That might be why it oddly is changed there. Dwarven kin had led a golden age of complacency across the continent. The Great Centaur-Human War, however, caused the dwarves to shun the overworld. Their castle lords locked themselves into the mountains for centuries. When the doors finally opened, ending centuries of silence, all was not as it should have been. What the dwarves discovered was that the entire continent had changed. Neither human nor centaur remained. The land, once bustling with activity and trade, was now peppered with goblin, lich, and kobold enclaves. The doors now opened. Countless thousands of covetous eyes now turned to the Undercities. Sorry, that font's a little bit weird for some of the words. The Undercities of the dwarves. Dwarven kin fought fiercely, but were soon exiled to the surface. Enslaved, captured, and ousted from their homes. Now far from their mountain cores, far from their heritage, the dwarves solely sought to reconquer the land. I almost said there. With the dwarven race scattered, mere refugees and vagabonds, it will take a hero to bring them together and restore the once mighty dwarven kingdom. And yeah, you guessed it, you're just that hero. Of course, this part you have your basic tutorials. I'm going to on the sound a little bit. I think that's about where I had it originally. And the controls are goddamn back the way they had them. It doesn't seem to care what you equipped. I remembered that, but nothing else. Left shift for shield? Yeah, I don't think so. Power attack is not mouse 2. Sneak and Sancy. It's a toggle, and it's a little easier than trying to bring my pinky over to control. That music is really, really loud. Okay, use E to interact with the scenery and talk. Your caravan leader seems to be in trouble. Hang on, this music just seems to have gotten really loud. Have you found any timber to fix my wheel? Oh, it's probably because I moved away from him. So sorry about that, guys. So, well, you can see you can ask him lots of different things. And you can click on these or hit the number, which is a little awkward as soon as you get a weapon. At least for me, because if I click on it, he swings his sword because I put left click his head. You can ask him rumors. I think there is a nice place nearby where we can start our settlement, but we'll need to get there first. Sometimes the rumors can unlock new areas for you. Well, unlock, but they'll mark them on your map. Ask them about wood. Yes. I'll need about 10 to get it back up and on its feet. It doesn't have feet. You might be able to find some around here. Occupation. I'm a caravan leader. It's my job to take this caravan wherever it's required. Advice. Take your time looking for resources. You can find them in more places than you think. This game does have a bit of a story. Probably more to be added as it gets developed. Or refined as it gets developed. Use E again to retrieve items from this chest and weapon rack. Press E again to pick items up off the ground. And yes, the first items you get, it auto-equips. You can double-click, right-click, or drag items to equip and move them around. Here's our nice little inventory and our gold. Of course, we have headgear, body, shield, weapon, a necklace, and a ring. That seems super loud on my in my headset. Hopefully it's not too loud for you guys. Press I to open your inventory, or click the icon on the toolbar to see what items you have got. Your journal is this one, or you can hit J. You can select your journal to view quest events and progress, or the compendium to read book segments that you've found. Books are added to the compendium as you find new pages. The journal will record your quest information and document each event. You can click on the journal entry to highlight other entries relating to the same quest. It will also highlight any markers that are on the map. Of course, we have just one quest, which they should really get a different font for both for the mouse over and for when you click to show that, because that makes it harder to read because it's a bright color on a bright background. The wagon is broken down and I will need 10 wood to get it working again. Perhaps I'll find some around here. And yeah, at nighttime the torches light up, which is pretty cool. Left click to attack, and yes, you can kill all the little rabbits that are around and get food from them. But you can see down here all of the resources that you have. Now for the fun part. I might die a lot. There's an enemy ahead. Make sure you equipped a weapon. You will need something to strike him with. Via power attack, this little stamina bar will come up, which also gets used if you dash, which the dash is a little odd. It's just that. You push it once, you dash a little. You can't just hold it and run like in games like Skyrim or anything like that. It's just a quick little burst of speed. And you can also sneak, but he's gonna notice me because there's not really anything to hide behind. Hitting a shield will stun you momentarily. You will need to use a power hit to break through an enemy shield. When an enemy flashes like this, it means they're about to power hit. It will break past your shield, but can be stopped if you hit them. You've just been wounded. Be careful, wounds will not let you recover your full health. You'll need to see a physician. Yeah, the combat's a little wonky, especially when you get stunned. Great start, huh? Hopefully that's this autosave. Yeah, okay. Okay, in there. Now we can see that. It seems my wheel has broken off my wagon. I'll need some wood to get it fixed. Think you can help. Let's just do this real quick. At least this time I got a shield, because yeah, the loot you get is always like random, from what I've seen. Let's just drop a save in an empty slot. The nice thing, and the game will tell you later, is that you can actually hit F5 to quick save and F8 for quick load. There we go, that went much better. Must kill all the bunnies. You want to break everything you possibly can, because there's precious resources in there. There are some archers ahead. If you use your shield, you can block their projectiles. Be careful, they will do a lot of damage otherwise. Pressing space while moving will dash. Of course, I rebind it to shift. So, you might want to update this so that it actually says what you rebind your keys to, unless it went and changed it back on me for some reason. And also fix it so it always keeps what you change your keybinds to. That's very important. And can be used to avoid attacks and projectiles. Hitting an enemy from behind will do double damage and avoid their shield, so you won't get stunned. Oh, you weren't dead yet? This one's always fun, because you can actually hit them from below. Now see, I'm a little too low, so I have to jump up. Going down things is really awkward, and I just totally skipped whatever that was because it popped up when I was in the middle of fighting. I have a split die. Press E to equip. What did we equip? We got a leather vest. It gives an armor rating of 3 of 3, that's because it's not damaged. Physical resistance 3%, and 5% fire resistance. I also picked up a battle axe, damage 2 to 3, which is better than this short axe. And it also has 2 max cleaving. Yeah, I need a little work on the hover overs, because sometimes it can block what's right there for looking at the up arrows and the ends of things. Let's see, 3 max cleaving, 3% critical, nice and better stuff. Definitely want to equip that, and we got money from the chests as well. The next enemy is facing the other way. You can sneak up on him without being seen. Getting a surprise attack will do tremendous damage. And press C to toggle sneaking. And you want to wait till the bar goes down as far as you can to make sure that you're hiding. And sometimes there's stuff in the foreground like these boxes and stuff that will actually hide you. There we go. The next enemy's facing towards you, but you can use objects like crates, chests, and rubble to remain concealed. See, I'm actually hiding behind it, which is a really cool mechanic. You won't be spotted immediately if you aren't under cover. You have a short window of time. You have a short window of time before you're revealed. That does seem really loud. Let's turn both down just a smidge. Sorry about that, guys. It's muted to try to cough and take a drink, but as you could hear, I keep having some weirdness with my voice. It's not wanting to cooperate today. A dwarf is caged here. If you rescue him, he may wish to join your caravan. And yes, by the way, I forgot to mention before we got started, I have been given a free press copy of this game to create this content for you all. Have you come to save me? Let's ask him about rumors. They say the continent is almost entirely overrun. I'm not sure if there are any dwarfs, or even any dwarf settlements left. I'm a highly trained physician. I can cure all sorts of ailments. For coin, of course. Go ahead and let him heal us for 2 gold. Get some advice. Where'd you go? If I've learned anything lately, it isn't safe to wander around on your own. Yeah, see, it's a little awkward because I changed that. Maybe something that could be tweaked in the game is so that when you're mousing over this, because you can see the mouse is doing that. Maybe they'd be able to program something so that you're not swinging your sword every time if I want to use my mouse to click on it, instead of moving my fingers all around to hit the numbers. Thank the heavens, they were going to eat me. Please, I'm a trained physician. I'm sure you could use my service. And of course, you can jump up things. And yes, the coins do like to go jumping around all over the place. There's some wood stockpiled on that ledge, but you'll need to jump and dash to reach it. This took me a few tries the first time, so let's see. Oops. Yeah, because trying to do that with at least with the keys I set, is awkward. I don't know if it's actually any easier with the default keys. With the default keys just seem weird. There we go. You've reached the woodpile. Smash it and gather the resources. And when because you use down to be able to get down like that by pushing S, which it seems a little clunky at the moment. I had to hit it like twice. I had to hit it twice for it to actually go down. That seems to be a common problem. See, it's flashing at me because it's been updated, because I found the wood. And see, that's like really difficult to see that. So having the text be a darker color if you want the journal to be that color. And yes, this first area, if you actually come back here, all of these... Oh, food is a useful commodity. You'll need it to scout other parts of the continent. You can loot it or hunt the wildlife. That's probably the one that popped up before that I accidentally skipped, because I was in the middle of trying to fight. And so we've completed his quest, so he has a question mark now showing that we need to talk to him about it. You can change your key bindings and the difficulty settings at any time in the options menu. Perfect. This should work just fine. You didn't let me collect my money. With the wagon finally fixed, you head west. The area near the Vale is lush and expansive, more than enough to house hundreds of dwarves. You are unsure how many dwarves remain in these lands, but a strong rally shall beckon them, and your colony will grow. And of course, this is our camp area. And I did level up. You have skill points to spend, but you need to return to your campfire to use them. It's the message you'll get anytime if you open that menu if you're out and about. And of course, I opened that early.
Wonderful.
This is a great place to start a settlement. All we need is a couple of workers to help gather materials. I believe there are many refugees wandering these lands. We ought to find them and bring them here. Workers. If we help our kin, they will surely aid us. There is a goblin encampment nearby. Perhaps they've captured one of our brothers. Occupation. I'm the caravan master. Yeah, we already knew that. You can click this and it'll open your map to be able to travel, but you can do that yourself from anywhere. Press and hold E. Press and hold. Really? Okay. To construct a building. I don't remember holding it. Yeah, all you had to do is press it. A campfire just requires 10 wood, and we have 13. If you've built a campfire, use it to level up your skills. Then open your map to begin exploring nearby regions. Press M to open the map, and click on it to explore a new area. Okay, let's go ahead and level up. Use these tabs to switch between different skill trees. Each tree progresses from left to right and specializes in a different form of combat. Attacking, throwing, shielding, power hitting. Large icons like this will unlock different abilities, and you can toggle between them to change the behavior of your appropriate move. Smaller icons like these are passive bonuses, and once they are unlocked, they will stay in effect indefinitely. And I have absolutely nothing, and I think the first thing I'll do is put a point in Constitution, but just to show you guys, strength greatly increases melee damage and your maximum stamina. Dexterity increases critical hit chance and damage. It also improves ranged attacks. And Constitution greatly increases your health and all of your resistances. Because I get my ass kicked a lot. So let's see, we have double your chance of getting a critical strike with quick slashes. Add bleeding damage over 6 seconds to enemies, doubling your total damage. And double all armor penetration when quick slashing. This is the throwing skill tree. Unlock the first ability to be able to use throwing axes. Recommended skill. And actually I didn't get that on my game I've been playing. I kind of forgot all about that. Shielding, you can double all your base element resistance. Can dash whilst shielding to charge and stun enemies. You can move on to being able to move faster. And power hitting can increase the speed of power hits by 20%. Power hits do 4 times damage to stunned enemies instead of 2 times. So I think I should probably go ahead and unlock this. Let's enable this skill. You've unlocked the throwing axe ability. Hold down the mouse 3 to aim and release it when you're ready to throw. Throwing axes can pierce multiple targets and can also be used while sneaking to destroy scenery and making enemies suspicious. I really should have unlocked that. I played for what? Over 4 hours, I know. But never unlocked that. I completely forgot about it. And here we have the caravan master told me he suspects a goblin encampment is not far from our settlement. And actually, if we look at the map, okay. Click on the map to explore a new region. The further away it is, the more food it will cost. As you can see, I don't know exactly how much of this is explorable, especially in this early stage. As you move your mouse around, you can see how much food it's going to cost to explore. We don't have very much, so let's try to keep it down a little. Explore, and each time you uncover a little bit more and you get icons for different areas. And if you have a quest in your journal, when you mouse over, you're going to see a little pop-up. The caravan master told me he suspects a goblin encampment is not far from our settlement. Which is what we have right here. If I click on that one and go back to our map, you can see that little icon above it, which I actually, before I was like, what is this thing? It's because it's marking what quest you have marked in your journal. We could use a storage tent to keep supplies for more constructions. I know of a few safer areas nearby. You should begin your adventure there. You'll need to scout the area though before you can travel there. Storage tent. Yes, a storage tent would be a good start for the settlement. You'll need to gather some wood and leather to build one. And of course, we already know all that. And never trim your beard. The worth of a dwarf is measured by the length of his beard and the girth of his belt. Alrighty then. And you can see, it's our campfire. If we click this, this is how we have level 1 campfire right now. The campfire is where you train and upgrade your skills. It also improves how much area you can scout at one time. To be able to upgrade it to level 2, we're going to need 250 wood, 150 leather. So that's a long ways off. And you see the little floating hammer icons is where we can build new stuff. Let's look at our journal because that's bugging me. The physician recommends I build a storage tent to begin expanding our settlement. If you go here, we push E, you can make a storage tent, which will need 10 wood, 25 leather. You can build a tavern, a blacksmith, and an apothecary. First storage tent's kind of self-explanatory, but I'll read the little pop-up if I get in the right spot. Upgrading this building will increase your maximum resource storage capacity, allowing you to hold and maintain much more resources. Tavern will attract nearby adventurers to hire and generate profit, depending on the size of the tavern. Blacksmith can be used to dismantle and forge new equipment. With an improved forge, you can build superior armor and weaponry. And of course, the apothecary enables crafting of useful potions and bandages to use when away from your settlement. Now it says potions, but I haven't actually been able to do that, and I actually have upgraded the apothecary as far as it will go, and I can only make small and large bandages, so it must be something that's not quite in the game yet, which is unfortunate because just using a bandage, it doesn't always heal you as much as you really need to. We need to explore a little bit more. Because that wasn't quite explored, it was still like off the map. You click on it, it's an unknown location because we haven't been there yet. Let's travel on over there. And as you could see at the bottom right corner there, the game does autosave every time you travel to a new location. And also I'm just gonna F5 to quick save. Kill a rabbit. Now sometimes you can go to the left or to the right. As you can see, if the screen starts getting dark like that, it means that that's not the way to go. There's nothing over there. And if you just keep going, the screen really darkens out and just opens your map. And apparently I've learned that, yeah, you can see, you're still actually in the location. So if you're being chased by goblins or whatever, if you keep going that way and off map and you can't see anything, you'll still be getting hit by them while this is going on. But you can actually open the map like this and still be moving around in the background so you can quickly click on your camp icon and click travel to try to escape before you get killed. And at least at this point in the game, I don't know if they plan on adding any good god music. I mean, you're great and all, but wow. Well, yeah, I don't know if they plan on adding any kind of other types of health indicators, but you'll see I really don't care for it, and you can see down there it said I was in perfect health. And it shows my armor state of what I have. I don't have a helmet yet. Oh, got a goblin camp up here. There are some goblins ahead. Remember to save your game in the escape menu. You can also use F5 to quick save and F8 to quick load. Like I told you guys already, because I've done this tutorial. Save it again. Sneak up on this guy, he's got his back to us. Actually, both of them do, but the archer up there does not. He's like, huh? I know I heard something down there. Oops, that guy wasn't actually dead. See, what it gets that red aura, and as you get more and more hurt, the screen gets darkened, and it's like it gets it really hard to see what you're doing. And it's like if they want to have like the red like that indicating that you're being hit. You successfully cleared this area of foes. When you are out of combat for more than 5 seconds, you can open your map to travel, either in the toolbar or by pressing M. But yeah, if you want to use that red, like a little bit of red, just make it a little bit, maybe darken as you get more hurt, if that's really the way you want to go about health indicating and everything, but making it obscure your view and make it harder for you to actually see what's going on when you're in the middle of combat is really not the way to go. And you can see our armor's been damaged a little bit. We currently have a bruised arm, bruised face, and a split buttocks. We are in decent health. And if we had the apothecary and made bandages, I could hold Q to use a bandage and it would fix up some of these things. Looks like we got a helmet. So now we have full armor. Let's see, this is 2 to 3. That's 1 to 3. That's 1 to 3. But it has less max cleaving. But it does have 4% critical chance and 60% critical damage. So that sounds pretty damn good to me. And hold E to open cages. he'll just wander off. Without even a thanks. Yeah, it does get really quite dark at night. And if you're not in a spot that happens to have any kind of torches, you can see same thing happens when you go this way. It'll start going dark until you hit the map. And as you complete quests, you can see it grays it out so that you know it's a completed quest. I rescued another dwarf who wishes to come to the settlement. So let's actually go back there now. Let's see, we gotta talk to him about workers because we rescued that guy. Excellent! Now that we have a worker, we can send them to different places to harvest resources. Just show them where to go on the map. And now you get a tutorial about doing that. The number under a region indicates how many workers are present there. That's this picture here. Workers at your campground are idle, and you should assign them somewhere to go and collect resources. Click on a cleared region to see how many resources are left to gather. Then use the plus and minus buttons to assign more or less workers to that region. You can also click the manager button at the bottom left of your map to view all regions at once and task workers more quickly. So see, we haven't been in these places, so we don't know what it is or if they have any resources at all, but you click here, it's been cleared, and see there's 200 wood. Also click this button, and as far as I've seen so far, the resources don't respawn at all. Once I have this guy gather this 200 wood, then it's just gone. This area won't have anything again, which is unfortunate because it's like especially when you're just starting out, you are gonna explore a little bit at a time, especially if you're getting killed a lot and you want to be able to build up your resources. But if it doesn't respawn at all, then that's gonna make it a lot harder. So it'd really be nice if they add a respawn feature for these resources so that it'll come back into your list. Let's go ahead and assign our worker there, and doesn't really explain this, but I think it's every actual real-time minute he'll have gathered 20, because it seems like about every 3 seconds or so. See, right now we're at 6, 7, so you know it's not an actual minute, so I'm guessing it's in a minute he'll have gathered 20. And what do you have to say? Greetings, hero. Fine settlement you have here. I'm an adept builder. I thought my skills could be of use here. There are some cotton farms north of here, and as you see up here, new location. I'm not sure how many are still running, but it'd be worth a look. Speaking of skills, we ought to have a blacksmith. Again, new location. A blacksmith here. I know a fellow who lives nearby. Perhaps you could talk him into joining our settlement. I'm a foreman. Construction is my trade. I'll make sure our workers have a roof over their heads. Keep an eye on your workers. Make sure they aren't slacking off. Oh, sorry guys, I don't know why my voice is being such a butt today. Probably shouldn't have read some of the stuff out loud to myself when I was playing earlier. See, our journal's been updated. With the builder asking us to find a blacksmith. And see, I've been hurt, and I can have him heal me for 7 gold. Let's see. And we need to get 25 leather so that we can build a storage tent that guy wants us to build. And so even when you don't have something marked, it still has that icon. And we don't have very much food. Let's go to this house over here. And yes, everywhere you go, you can break all the destroyable stuff and collect up all the resources. And go through doors, again with the interact key, which is E, unless you rebind it. And the only way to see this is to bring that up, and actually we are at our max food, so let's go ahead and spend some of that to explore the area. And this guy has an exclamation mark showing that he has a quest for us. Hello, traveler. I could use your help getting rid of some kobolds. They're a real nuisance. I've heard there is a cave near here. You could explore it if you like. I'll mark it on your map. My farm keeps getting overrun with kobolds, and I haven't got the strength to chase them away. I'll reward you if you can get rid of them and help yourself to whatever you need. I'm a farmer. I've held my plot for many years and hopefully many more. If you're here to help, feel free to whatever supplies I have lying around. Well, you know I'd help myself anyway. Hello, bunnies. We have our max wood now. Let's see. It brings up our max armor rating and physical resistance, so that's always a plus. I'm just gonna move stuff down here that I don't need. Two to 3. We'll keep this one up here for now. It's kind of a little bit of annoyance that I have to open my inventory every time I want to see this. It'd be nice if we could have like a keybind just specifically to bring up this window, this resource window. Let's spend a bit more of our food up. That's way too much. Let's gather some more of this food. I don't want to go over it because obviously I think you do actually act like you pick it up when you're full, but it just gets wasted. Like if I find more wood, I think it will collect it, but it'll go to waste because my inventory is full. Oh god, I found you! Oh gosh. And out of combat for more than 5 seconds, so it will start healing me, but I have all of these unfortunate effects, so I won't heal up completely. Oh, bloody hell. that's not cool. Those guys are shooting at me. I'm so gonna die. I'm terrible at this game, and I guess with the way the combat works, not too terribly good at it. Especially because the more injured you get, the slower you'll move. Because you do end up like moving quite slow. It's unfortunate. And that way to reload, you have to click on it and then... Oh, wait, what? Oh. Reload the autosave, is that right? Yeah. So there's a good lesson. I'll always remember to autosave often. Or to quick save often. Let's just get his quest. Yes. But there is a goddamn crap ton of those guys. Yeah, see, I probably had way more that I could have picked up, but it reached the max. Oh good god, why is all of them coming all at once? You know what, fuck it. Quick load. That's not what I wanted either. Because it's the goddamn autosave. Here I am telling you, I do that often and I don't even bother to do it after we had to reload. And I do think that the combat could probably use some work yet. I'll actually get some better equipment though. Yeah, when playing it on my own, I wasn't always quite so bad about the whole remembering to save, although I did have those moments. Sure, we've all been there, right? You just completely forget that you really, really needed to remember to quick save. Or if the game didn't have quick save, just to plain save. See, I was too busy trying to collect all the apples. See, these guys all had their backs to me. I could have snuck up on them. How did they see me? They still had their goddamn backs to me. I call bullshit on that. Yeah, there's just no way I can kill every single one of these fuckers attacking me all at once. Come on, come on, come on. You can do it. You can live. Or not. Okay, this time that should be fine. Yeah, you don't have very many slots just yet. I thought I asked you about that already. And now they don't have their backs to me. That makes no sense. Maybe that's randomized too or something? But if you do manage to, like, isolate them a little more and get enemies so that every single freaking thing doesn't come after you all at once, or if they would have still had their backs to me so that I could have snuck up and try to pick them out one by one. If you kill off a little bit and then you have to make a break for it, they don't come back as long as you didn't die. From what I've seen, they might not always be in the same spot. But you can go back to your camp so that you can heal. Like, let's do that right now. Let's quick save. Go back to the campground. I don't know why it's called a campground. A campsite is kind of more like it. So I can come to our good old Doc and have him heal me up. And we have max food, so let's go ahead and explore a little more. You can see that circle shows the radius for where you're gonna explore. Let's go back to Joe's farm. See, we've been there and now we know the resources that it has. But you can't send workers there until you've actually cleared whatever quest is there or cleared out enemies. Let's see if I go back to this. It has an explanation. Your workers are idle either because your storage capacity is full or there is no more resources. Let's see, you can see there's resources, but our storage is full, so it's telling us that we need to put that off. I could just leave them on there, but you can see on here there's no listing for the food that we see that this farm has because we have to clear this guy's quest first. Which is to get rid of all of those kobolds. They look like goblins or something to me, but yeah, okay. Explore a little bit more of the map to have our resources not maxed out. There's a goddamn lot of bunnies here. Yeah, that's gonna be unfortunate. Oh, it's only 3 though. Oh, but these guys at the throwy things! Die, fuckers! I don't think they're gonna die. I think I'm gonna die. Oh my goodness. I was not expecting to actually live through that. Come on. Oh, right, he poisoned me, so I think I'm still in combat. Hopefully you can also be able to make potions to cure that, because that's not currently something that's in the game, which is unfortunate because I have found an area that has icky bug type creatures in it that poison you, and there's a lot of them and each one of them poisons you. And then you're kind of fucked up. Okay, again, I'm gonna save, and because we're quite injured, and there's still quite a lot of them, I'm gonna go back to camp because we're pretty damn fragile. Especially when we have a whole bunch of them coming at us all at once. I'm gonna have him heal us. Now let's just do a save like that. The quick save doesn't like actually take up a quick save slot like in games like Skyrim. Oh yeah, see, I don't have somebody assigned to anything, so this tutorial thing comes up like every single time, which is a little awkward. And you can see this location, when I'm not mousing over it, is white, and this house that we've been going to is still black because we still have to clear out those beasties. So that can be a good indication, visual indication to you of where you've actually completed stuff and where you need to go back. Because you're not going to be able to always clear out a location right away, but you'll still want to travel there so that you can try to see if there's any resources that you can collect without running into big nasty bad guys. And because it will also show you what the resources are that are available. This probably isn't going to work in the slides because this butthead's looking at us. Oh my god. Nope, nope, nope. All of the nope. Unfortunately, using up my stamina to run will make it so I can't. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. That is really pretty horrible the way that it's like there's no way this early in the game, especially that you can handle that goddamn many of them at once. Yeah, see, it's random because now this guy is facing forward. Your helm has been beaten into uselessness. It can no longer be repaired. Well, I've never actually seen that before. And power hits do take you a little while, as you can see when he brings back his thing. But you know what? I'm gonna spare you guys all of that. But we are gonna load this back up and show you some of the other starting area locations. Like here, it wants us to look for that blacksmith. So again, I don't know if it's like just me being terrible or because of how wackadoodly the combat kind of is at the moment. Let's do that so that we don't waste the food. Won't take it all, just leave some of it. As far as I've seen, I don't think the trees respawn either. So you're the one starting a settlement. Well, I could offer my help, but I'd like to see if you are worthy. I haven't been around enough. I don't know what goes on outside my territory. Alright, what do you need? There's a pack of wolves near here. I can normally handle them on my own, but a warrior like yourself shouldn't have much trouble. If you slay them, I'll consider joining your settlement. Even with him not being in our team, you can still have him repair your stuff, which is nice because it'll probably take you quite a long time to actually be able to do this because there is a shit ton of wolves over there, which... I'll quick save here. Let's see if I can get this. Okay. I'll quick save. And I'll show you because I'll get absolutely on because there's just a shit ton of these, like I said. There's just a massive amount of wolves and they all come at you at once. Look at this. There's just like no way you can possibly win. And my god, that was loud as frick. There's just like no possible way that you can do that. So I had hired at least one guy to come help me with that, and it still only took a while. I think he died. So it's like, yeah, even on normal difficulty, that's pretty unforgiving. We got somebody here. Greetings, Kin. I'm a ranger. I've been around these parts for quite some time. I hope you don't mind me staying here for a while. Do you know any rumors? The Goblin King is on the rise. I've heard his throne room is in the heart of the Mount Hrothgar. He must be stopped. A ghastly goblin shaman has been eluding me for months. I think he's camped in the forest south of here. Please slay him if you can. I'll reward you. You need many resources to build up your settlement. It could take some time, but the easiest way is to get them is to plunder them from nearby regions. Yes. That's what we've been doing. Do I have... Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how I started before. We have enough to make the tavern. You can upgrade buildings to increase their benefits. Click the hammer icon next to the building's name to open the upgrade menu. Takes a little bit of time, and we have our tavern and see what we need to upgrade it. I'm gonna go inside and talk to the tavern keeper. Greetings, Kin. The bar is running smoothly, but we sure could use some more rooms. Hint, hint, upgrade. I came from a little desert town in the east. I wonder if it's still there. I'm a bartender. I've also got some renowned brewing skills. My beer will rally adventurers if they know what's good for them. Shielding foes don't turn as quick. They won't be able to block you from behind. And this guy here is somebody we can hire to join us. You can ask him for work, but they never tell you. They don't always tell you an occupation. Either you can view their stats. Axel strong arm. His fighting style is melee, damage 14 to 25, damage type physical, endurance juggernaut, speed very slow. We can hire him for 392 gold, which is pretty ridiculous. Because we don't have any sort of merchant here yet, there's no way to even make any money to be able to hire him, but that's where you can hire guys, and when you make your tavern bigger, then you can have more than one in there to be able to hire. But let's go ahead and jump into the game that I've been playing for several hours. You can see a little bit more of the land and a more upgraded. See, I have no more icons over here for building things. It's probably, you know, it is an early access game. Or wait, am I even... What the... Has seriously been auto-saving over that? Okay, guys, huge problem there. Something's been, I think the quick save's been saving over this first slot here. That's not how that works. That is so not how that works. Just load up this. And there's our thing here, because I had a bunch of this explored, and you can see a little bit here. There's a deserty region over there. And I named that save file. Clicking on that one. You can double click it. And yeah, it's the same save. So, yeah, sorry that I can't show you guys that, and I really don't feel like replaying all of that. Which means I probably won't even come back to this game, and it's something I'm going to need to report to them as a bug, because, yeah, that's very not cool. I just lost over 4 hours, maybe even 5 hours of game progress, but, yeah, that's a game for you. Overall, it's shaping up to be a pretty interesting game, but that's a huge problem, that if you quick save, it's going to overwrite whatever save file you had in slot 1 yet. We don't even have the tavern built. So, game devs, never ever do that. Apparently you should have it be like Skyrim, and quick save is its own spot. Just like if I open up the menu and click load, you have autosave. Okay, add another slot that says quick save then, because that is really horrific that all of that progress I just did on that file for hours is completely gone now because I hit quick save, and apparently it's like, oh no, we're not gonna put it, we're not at all gonna put it in that one that you're currently actually playing and saving to. We're gonna just overwrite the top slot. So that's really unfortunate, but yeah, the game will be in early access by the time you guys see this. I don't exactly know what the price is because it doesn't show it on the Steam page currently. I don't imagine it's going to be too horribly much. Maybe 15, 16 bucks, possibly. So I think I clicked on something that brought me to a different page, unless that was a different game I'm thinking of, but just by the time you guys see that, you'll be able to go straight to the Steam page, which I will link you all to so that you can check it out for yourselves. Decide whether or not you want to try it while it's in early access and help them develop it. So game, I will definitely keep my eye on, and possibly we can come back to it at some later point. If they fix that whole huge problem where it's gonna screw me out of all that time I put in, then I will definitely consider playing it some more to be able to show you guys a more updated video with more of the land explored, which is exactly what I was gonna do, but unfortunately lost it all. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.